Let's find our seats. Everybody find your seat. This is my scooter. It's La Scooter. Does anybody remember, like, my first month here, I gave away one of these scooters? Who wants this one? No, I'm just joking. That's a memory. I need y'all to sign this scooter one day. I'm gonna get some gold, silver Sharpies. Have a seat. Have a seat. All right. You guys had time to sit with your groups and discuss what love is. And I hope that you guys paid attention. I hope that you're engaged, because these aren't just small groups. We do these exercises also to help you learn how to study your Bible. So you never come to a church service or on Wednesdays or Sundays and you have to depend on me to tell you everything about Jesus. We need to equip you with the ability to tell yourself about Jesus. So when we go to these small groups, it's not just to talk to your friends. No, we're in battle training. So I know we have some students right now who are struggling with some really tough issues and carrying the weight that they shouldn't have to carry. But our Bible has the ability to give you clarity about a lot of those issues that you might be facing. So, all right, who wants to share first? What group? Where are we at? Let's do it. Let's do it, Dominique. Who's Dom's leader? Time out, wait. I want the leaders to come up with your student. So if they're in your group, I need you to come up here. You don't have to talk, but who's your leader? What she look like? Is it Shelby? No. Where's Shelby at? Oh, my wife? Wow. Jordan, if you can hear me. Anyway, let's just, all right, go for it.
How close do I got to talk? Okay. Is this loud enough? Oh. Right here? Oh, ooh, I don't like that. Okay, the first one I'm doing is what sticks out to you. Love is patient and kind. The very first sentence, by the way. God is love. No matter how many times we mess up, God is so merciful and patient with us. He takes his time with all of us, for we were created in the image of God. He is so kind, and he's a forgiving God. He doesn't keep your sin, he doesn't just bottle it up and hold you. No, you need to take care of this. No, he's gonna forgive you for it. He's going to forgive you for everything that you've done. He died on the cross for our sins so he could specifically forgive you and we could have an intimate relationship with Jesus Christ. And stop rushing to everything. Be patient. God took his time with us. So why do you have to rush to get to understand everything? God already understands you. So why are you trying to understand everything else? He's taking his time with you. So just take your time with him.
I would say give for Dominique again, but I don't think I can't hear it anymore. That was loud. What a word. Man, this is honestly, this is why I love this kind of setup, because I love hearing what God is speaking to you guys. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? All right, let's get it. She's like, okay. Who's your leaders? Come on, Tamitra.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? Okay. Hello? Okay. So, what I got from the message was, I'm sure, I hope all of you guys know what the fruits of the Spirit is, and if you don't, it's basically a summary of it is love, being loving, having patience, having faithfulness, things like that. And I feel like it's so important for us to pursue having the fruits of the Spirit, because that's how we produce this kind of love. That's how we produce the love of Jesus Christ. And I think it's a good reminder to everyone here that, like, if you have a problem with a certain person, or maybe it's several people, you have to remember that, like, Jesus died for them too. You are no better than them. Your sin isn't any, less than theirs. Even people who do incredible crimes, people who you might be like, wow, you're a terrible person, you sin the same way that they do, even if it's different sin. So it's important not to be judging people, like, just for different sin. So, yeah, it's important that we have these in our heart, the fruits of the Spirit, and that we produce that every day.
Okay, I want to talk about the part in the verse where it says, "Love does not rejoice in injustice, but rejoices in the truth." And say you have this friend, and she's like talking bad about you, or you hear that she's talking bad about you. All these rumors coming around. You hear, oh, blah, 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 this girl said this, or this guy said this. You're not going to be that person to turn around and go create more rumors, go create more lies, just to ramp up the situation and make it seem like they're even more of a bad person. Because that's quite the opposite of what love is. Love is all about truth. Love is about going up to that person saying, I forgive you and I love you. Like, I don't even know. That's like what it says. Like, you're going to not go around creating rumors, creating more drama. You're going to go and love that person for who they are. You're going to forgive them, and you're going to plant seeds in their life, showing you how much you love them. Yeah.
You just trying to bite me? All right, who we got next? Hey, I want some different people from last week. All right, Zeus, come on, 'cause we haven't had a guy yet. So,
Sorry, my bad. Hello, everybody. My voice is a little bit gone, but before we start, I'm going to read the verses because no one has yet. So, 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 says, "Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always helpful, and endures through every circumstance." What really stuck out to me is the difference of our definition of love compared to God's definition, right? The world's definition of love is conditional. It's really just, oh, if you do this for me, then I'm going to love you, right? It's, oh, I'm going to show you affection. That's love. But what God says is love, it's unconditional, right? It's agape. What agape means is, oh, I can't breathe. I'm a little bit sick, but what agape means is real unconditional and sacrificial love. And that's really some of the stuff we touched on, and what else? And something that really I noticed is that in my life, comparing the verses and just reflecting on them, is that I throw around the word love a lot. Like, oh, I'll say, yeah, I love my friend, I love this, I love McDonald's, or whatever. But the truth is, I don't really love it, right? The definition of love is right there. Like, I get impatient when I don't have McDonald's, right? But the truth is that, like, our definition of love shouldn't look like the world. It should look like what God is telling us in First Corinthians. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
bro, I don't think there hasn't been one time where you haven't talked about McDonald's. Bro, you might need to get a sponsorship because you a real one for McDonald's. All right, who we got next? Let me see them hands. Come on, Brooklyn. Oh, this Brooklyn. Come on, quick. Come on, Paige, get up here. Yeah.
Me being up here? Okay, so a lot stuck out to me in this passage because
I'm one who struggles with love. I need love that is patient and kind, and luckily God provides that. And that mostly stuck out to me is that God is patient and kind when he loves, because me, I am an overthinker and constantly need reassurance. But it's very different from the world because a lot of people are very unkind and impatient. And a lot of people mostly only want love and to be in a relationship for lustfulness and not how God wants it. That's all. She's not speaking. I'm just glad I got her.
You don't have anything you want to share, Paige? You sure? I'll bring the mic to you. You know, give us some wisdom. Okay. Oh, she was ready.
Everybody thinks love is just one thing, but in reality, love is multiple different things. It could be something you care about, something you want, but in reality, it's just you want it. You don't need it. It's just something you want. And in reality, God is the one thing you need. So don't give up on it just because it doesn't work out. Keep trying, because God's never going to leave you like somebody else will.
Good job, Paige. That wasn't too scary now, was it? She's like, if you hear something rattling, it's her chair. Come on, Frankie. Hey, do you know it's Frankie's birthday? Huh? Y'all want to see Frankie and Brandon? Come here, Brandon. Come on. Brandon, get up here. Brandon's birthday was yesterday. Come on. Hurry up, bro. We ain't got time for you to be shy. Any other birthdays?
Get Avia up here.
All right.
Sunday.
Whose birthday?
Avia. It's Sunday.
Avia, come on. Stand up. Where's she at? Don't try to duck now. All right, we're going to do this later because we got to go. Go ahead and talk, Frankie.
What? Oh, okay. Well, I would start this off. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to go by what God is saying. So I'm going to start off with the end of it, where it says, how is it different from how the world talks about love? The world talks about love as a feeling. The world talks about how love is something that you need. It's towards lustfulness. It's about something that you don't actually need. Love is just a craving. It's not what actually God sees it as. Going back to what does these verses reveal about God's definition as love? God shows it as a standard and a challenge towards us. God shows it about not just being a feeling, not just about being one thing, not about something that you're going to be craving. It's about something that you're going to want to, it's like the standard of how you treat people. It's the standard of how we should be towards to everybody. It's not about being jealous, boastful, proud about anything that you do or have. It's about loving each other in the godly context. And that's all I have.
So just what I wanted to cover was, so number 4, it asks how you can apply it to your life. And I feel like not just me or any of you, but all of you can apply more. It says in the first verse, it says, love is patient and love is kind. And I feel like we could all just use more patience in what we do and how we treat people and everybody else around us.
All right, I only got time probably for a couple more. Who else? All right, Dagan. Oh, I was like...
Alrighty, so item number 2, where it says, "What is God saying?" And what do these verses reveal about God's definition of love? Well, actually, like the main thing it's saying really is that God's love is how we should love, which God's love is everlasting, unconditional, patient, forgiving, and kind. And don't quote me on this, but it's a verse. I know it. It says, God is love, and love is God. Those who do not know love do not know God. I remember that verse, and I love that verse a lot. But what was it? John verse, wait, yeah, wait. John verse 7 and 8. Thank you. But, it also says that he never gives up on us. Like, it says, where does it say this? Love never gives up. Love never loses faith. He never loses faith in us. He never loses love with us. He's always there waiting for us with his arms open wide saying, my child, you will love me. I believe you will love me again. He never gives up on us like how most relationships do these days. His love, like I said, it's everlasting and unconditional, patient, forgiving, and kind.
Hello, everybody. So I wanted to go over number 3, where it says, what does this mean for you? For me, I don't have any experience. I'm not an expert whatsoever. But I do know that, like he said, God is love. And God can use love and times when God will put difficult times through you, such as like maybe you really liked this person and they kind of disappointed you or something. And you're just like, man, that really sucked. Like you were saying how you loved them and everything. And then a couple weeks later, you're like, completely forget about them. Or there's like the new person that you move on to. And you look at those hard times and you're just like, either you look at them and you just feel stupid. You're like, man, why did I say all those things? Why did I do those things? Or you can look back at those and use those times as a guidance for you. Use them as something positive, something that could help you. God, I put a metaphor on here that I thought of that says God, we all think of speed bumps as kind of maybe an inconvenience or something, where we have to slow down in order to overcome them. But in reality, speed bumps are there to keep us safe and keep us in check. This relates to God because God will put things into our life that we will think are difficult, but in reality, they're there to help us. That's how God uses love as well. We will be, quote unquote, in love with somebody, or we actually will be in love with somebody. And it may go either way, where we think we're in love with somebody, but we're not actually, or we are in love with somebody, but we are questioning it or something. Those hard times can help you further understand how to do better in other relationships, or even improve on the one you're in now. Just always have to rely on God, because God is love. And if you rely on God, then he can help you in love. Yeah. Thank you.
So I want to piggyback on what he was talking about with that analogy with speed bumps. So some of you guys might be getting relationships like way too fast. And there could be things in those relationships, if you would slow down, that it would reveal things in a person that you don't need in your life. So if they're being with you just because you have something, and once that thing goes away, they treat you differently and they're just trying to get out of the relationship because they find somebody has something else better than what you have to offer them. And if you're not getting into the relationship because how they love others and represent Christ in their life, then you probably shouldn't be in that relationship, because if you slow down and go over those speed bumps, it will show you something that it will show their true colors eventually. If you slow down, people don't want to slow down enough where they will let God bring something out of them that he wants to show everybody else through you to reach more people. And if you're just going quick and you hit that speed bump because you're going too fast, it will cause damage in your life because you were going too quick and not trusting God's timing. So God can want to provide a person for you that he is waiting, because he's waiting on other people to be ready to be with you, not just you being ready to be with somebody and then you ruining the relationship because you chose wrong. So if we were to slow down and not hit that speed bump so fast, but slow down, maybe there's somebody at that speed bump he wants to pick up and bring you with you on the ride, but you don't want to slow down enough because they don't have the aspects that you want because they're worldly aspects. But if we would look in the Bible, it tells you what a godly man and a godly woman should be like. And if we're not looking for those aspects, you're going to get hurt. But yeah, that's all.
Wait, I want to add one other thing. Can I? One other thing. Okay. I was thinking of this. A lot of people use the word love as they should use the word like. They'll be like, oh, I really love this person. You don't love them, you like them. And it's also something, maybe when you first start dating somebody, you're going through something called, like, my mom calls it puppy love, where you're like, oh my gosh, I love this new puppy. And then they get older. The puppy gets older, metaphorically. And you have to realize you have to start taking care of it for everything. If you actually really love it, you won't really think of that as an inconvenience. That's what I wanted to say.
That's good. Man, who hurt Brandon? God, I'm just joking. Just joking. I had to. No, but that's good, Brandon. And it's just true. If you're one of these people, which I was one in my teens and early 20s, that you're constantly hopping from relationship, it just shows insecurity. Yeah. You're like, oh, is that a shot at me? Maybe. But it is. But don't worry. Next week we're going to start our relationship series, so we'll get into some of that. All right. We got our last ones, Brooklyn and Grace. Let's go.
Hi, guys. So basically, everybody has covered everything we were going to talk about, but that's okay. One of the things I was really thinking about that stood out to me was patience. Guys, I struggle like so hard. We definitely, we live in a microwave culture. We want everything and we want it all right now. When in reality, the Bible calls us to be more of like an oven culture. Like, we got to preheat a little bit. We got to be waiting. And so I just want to encourage you in whatever area you just thought of when I said patience, because I know something just popped in your head. I know it did. I want you to slow down. Just sit there and take a deep breath and slow down, because God has something for you in that area, no matter what it is. It could be waiting for your Frappuccino in the Starbucks drive-thru. He has something of beauty in that area that he is just waiting for you to see. And you just need to stop, and you need to take a breath, and you need to recognize that he has something there for you. And then also something else, also in patience, that I'm going to touch real quick, and you might be like, this is way too TMI. Don't be laughing, Brandon. Stop it. I have been with, some of you guys know my boyfriend Nate. We've been together. We've been together for a little over a year, and we just recently started premarital counseling. Like, that's the track that we're on. That's the goal. And let me tell you, like, lust, it's a struggle, guys. And I know that I am not the only one who struggles with it in this room. And I want to also encourage you in those relationships that God has something so good for you in that area as well. And you may just think like, oh, well, like, we're literally at the point where, like, we're gonna get married anyways. Like, we've had people come and tell us, like, well, if you're gonna get married anyways, no, that's not how that works. And so I wanna encourage you in those areas that are hard to be patient in, just continue to be patient. It will benefit you a lot.
And I would say that my point for like how the world views love is it's kind of self-love and it's very lustful. But if going off of grace, love is not circumstantial and love may make you feel convicted. That is something that we may all know. And feeling convicted is not a bad thing as long as you like acknowledge that you're feeling convicted, aka her, where she's saying that no, that's not the path that she needs or the path that she should take. Because truly the Bible does tell you how love should be, how a relationship should be. And I don't know, I think we should try as a whole to make the world a little bit better. Put that kindness out there.
Aaron, let's go.
So I had a lot written down, but a lot of people said stuff, but I still got some stuff to say. So starting off, I want to say, don't quote me on this, but what I think is love is one thing, but it can be shown different ways for different appropriate relationships. And my first point is, like I think Fraley said it, was God is love and love is God. And something about that is all these qualities, God is revealing himself in this verse. So, for example, God is not boastful, proud, rude, doesn't demand his own way. He's not irritable. He keeps no record of being wronged. And he's still forgiving. That's the word. Anyway, so anything you do, he'll still love you afterwards as long as you rejoice in it. And there's another voice that says that you're saved if you accept him in your heart and love him with all your soul, mind, and body. And he'll forgive you no matter what you do. But that doesn't mean you need to use it in the wrong way, like, oh, he'll forgive me if I do this, so I'll just do it anyway. Then there's the other part. Love is not one-sided. You have to love him back. And if you love him, you won't be thinking, oh, I know this is sin, but I'm going to do it anyway. Do you love him if you're purposely hurting him? So, yeah, he'll forgive you still, but just don't do it on purpose. And another thing was, he says, love everybody and love your neighbor as yourself. And maybe you don't have to love them on a deeper level like you would, for example, like a very close friend or like a brother, but you still love them to some degree. And, for example, something my dad said was, you should try to share the word with everybody you meet. And something he said was, how dare you keep it from somebody if you see an opportunity and you still keep the word from them. Maybe they've heard it before, but maybe there's something you have on your heart that you could say to them to help them. It's still something you should say. Another thing is forgiving. Love is forgiving and does not keep record of any wrongs. And something kind of like how the others were talking about with relationships is you'll be like, one week you're like, oh, I love this person. Oh, I love him so much. And then a few weeks later, you guys break up and you're like, oh, she cheated on me. I hate her so much. Did you love her? It's unconditional. You don't got to like her that way, but do you still love her? That's just what I want to say. That's all.
No. I just said, who hurt Aaron? I'm just, you Shaw kids, man. No. Hey. Golly. I wish we could go longer, but it's about time to head out. But stop. Hey, me, dog. You two, break it up. God, children. I'm just joking. But like I said, next week we are starting our relationship series. But something that Aaron just hit on, I need everybody's attention. Back to Rose, lock in again. Something Aaron shared is talking about if you truly love people that God has called you to love, then it's your responsibility to share the word. So if you look around this room, there's open chairs. Can I encourage you? Bring somebody to church with you next week. Somebody that needs the word of God that can transform their life and transform their story. Make it a priority, especially if you got that one friend that has like 16 boyfriends a year or girlfriends, or they're struggling with relationships bad. Maybe that person is you and you're like thinking all your other friends, but reality, it's you. Bring them to church next week. It's going to be great. But once again, hey, listen up. Don't forget, if you want to go to Access Conference, once again, there's 14 spots left. And as soon as they're filled up, that's it. However, guys, we're still going to be going to Uproar, which is at the end of July. So those will be available soon. But if you want to go to Memphis, Tennessee, a little vacation, get away from Oklahoma, it's a lot of fun. They got some good chicken. Nashville, just some good. Memphis got some good chicken. Huh? Is June 22nd through the 26th. So Monday through, we'll come back on Friday. And then also, hey, I'm not done yet. If you're interested in the Varsity internship this summer, there's information packets over there. If you're interested, go sign up over there. It's a great way to spend your summer. And only a month, and you still have time to work and hang out with your friends. But if you really love Jesus, you'll sign up. I'm just joking. All right, you guys are dismissed. See you next week.